on, yeah?
Yeah, we're on, bro.
Right. Hello, good people, whoever's watching. My name is Matteo Indrovini,
And
best podcast.
my name is Basil. The
Yeah,
Mate and Basil's podcast. By the way, how do
yeah,
you feel
best
calling
ever.
it? Beneath the beard.
Beneath the beard. Do you know what? That's gonna stick. That's gonna stick. All right, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
beneath the
yeah.
beard. Just trying to see. We're trying to unmask, right? We're
Try
trying
to
to.
boom.
Yeah, man. Going behind, the tough side and everything of that sort, which is taking us to what I believe is the main reason, why we started this. I remember we used to talk quite a lot on the phone. Plenty of subjects that we would discuss and everything of that sort, to a point that we thought, most of those things would actually benefit other men out there. It was more of iron sharpening iron, and you eventually had a feeling that if we would actually share it beyond just the concept of just the two people talking and getting all this information.
Yeah. Now well said, yeah, well said. Yeah. It's just out of all experiences, us as men, myself and Basil, we've gone through some stuff that we realized that, what, if someone was to tell us before we went through some things, we would appreciate it, would be. But yeah, so this is almost passing down to, you know, yeah, passing it down, passing the knowledge down to some generations or even other men, our generation or beyond, but whoever needs it, it's, sharing wisdom is a
Yeah,
must for, I feel like it's a must for everybody. We're all in this together. We're not, yeah. But
100%,
yeah,
100%.
right, yeah.
And the
So I
messed
don't
up
know.
part messed up part
Yeah,
is, we don't get, the liberty to share, most of these things as man. We tend to feel like, our situations are unique, they are different, nobody else is gonna understand them. And whereas it's just a universal phenomenon, man. It's
yeah,
the same thing. Everybody is experiencing the same thing. It comes in different locations, different people, but it's the same thing. Things that, like you're saying, that it would have been ideal for us to know, to be taught, and we never got to experience that.
yeah, yeah. And just to give you perspective, people, me and Basil went to primary school from day. So we've known each other for a very long time. So we've watched people come and go, but somehow we've maintained and we speak and our conversations are, building. So as I say, that this is just to give the same, to pass on the same. Let's have conversations as men. Let's talk about these things. You don't have to isolate yourself. You don't have to, stress by yourself. You don't have to. Now we're all in this together. I think it's important as men to, to man to unite as well and understand we live in a different time. But if we can just speak about this and continue to build and have fun and, and yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um, it's quite exciting that we actually have eventually come to the point that, we now sit and doing. For how long have we been planning this, man?
bruh, yeah, no, it's been a while,
This, it's either one of us would get busy, but every time we got on a call, I remember the last call that we had, where you were actually thinking, we actually spent about, it was about 30 minutes to 30 to 45, and already you're like, dude, this is a podcast, we
yeah,
already talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
what we
yeah,
say we're talking about. But at the same time, we're thinking time is limited. But it's. I'm glad that finally we're here. I'm excited. I believe this is the beginning, the beginning of something great, the beginning of, the beginning of of a book that's blank at the moment, and we're looking to, draft and add people's opinions, people's perspectives, people's ideas, and everything of that sort, so that, once the book that gets published, people can read and understand. People just get to understand what exactly is going on out there for men. We do have various organizations that stand for women, but
Not for men, no.
not for men. Well, actually, tell me why don't we have that in your perspective, man? That's
I don't know, men, what we were just saying, I don't know, men, we just soldier it out, bro. We just soldier it out. Say, you know what, no, you can hack it, your vuga. Yeah, Vuga, you just say, whatever is the problem, whatever is struggling, you just wake up and you don't tell anyone, you don't, yeah, wanna, you just wake up and you soldier through. And that's the expectation of men in this world that we live in now. Now you wake up, you pick yourself up and soldier on. If you don't, you're not a man. Yeah, men's not supposed to cry. I'm not gonna like me, I cry, bruv. Yeah, if times are hard, bruv. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bruv. Yes, yeah.
this is
There's times. Okay, no. Okay, when times are hard, no, I don't cry. I only cry when I'm watching movies that make men cry with the missus, and then I'm just there like, yeah.
you cannot show that much of it though. You cannot show too
Huh?
much of
You can't show too much, so they
it.
just there like, yeah, but nah, I can't cry about life because life I'll be like, nah, it's okay. Today is a bad day. Tomorrow I'll pick myself up and continue to soldier on. I treat myself as a soldier and with that. Like I even, I watch a lot of my podcasts at the moment. Guys who went to the army and who believe in God, yeah, but their experiences, those are the ones that strengthen me. So if I find myself stressing on something, it will be like, man, come on, that's what you're stressing about? Really? But yeah, but yeah, because it's tough out
Okay,
there.
like yeah, so like okay, so I'm actually going to briefly discuss the part about the emotions part, to say actually the crying part, to be precise, right? So in your own mindset, if you had to just put it into perspective, I know I just did digress right now because we're talking about the organizations being available, standing for men, actually the unavailability of. But I just want to digress a bit. How does it feel after crying?
Nah, like for me, like nah, crying is only I'm watching, the movies when like maybe like it's an emotional story and someone dies and their partner is crying there. You're like, no shit, yeah, but no, it doesn't. I don't really cry in my own struggles. I hardly cry in my own struggles, to be honest. I think last time was a long time ago. I don't really cry that much in my own struggles. If I'm struggling hard, yeah, I just soldiered up, and then I'll go get myself maybe a beer or two, and then heavier when I watch something. Call friends, laugh, call. Sometimes I call you, bruv. You won't even know. Yeah, I'll call you because I'm just stressed sometimes, just to get a couple of giggles on the phone, bruh. Yeah, well, yeah.
Just
And then I'm
just keep
okay,
the
bruv.
mind occupied. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just keep the mind out of it. Yeah, but it's just one of those things that you find like a little just giggle and then you go sleep. Tomorrow is gonna be a better day. Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I'm actually saying kudos to the fact that you think about calling me when things are not good. I mean, that's positive. That's a positive as well. That's
Yeah.
a major positive. Speaking of crying, I know I actually had an emotional moment. I think it was the final episode of Lucifer. I did have moment, that oh man, that final episode, the final scene. The final scene, man. It actually hit a bit, but I actually have somebody that once told me about how they handle this. This is one of the strongest men that I know, in mind and, in each and every factor and sphere. He would tell me that how he would do it is he would just drive home, jump into the shower, and cry in there because nobody's gonna see you. And when he comes out, he's just perfect and ready to go back to fight again. So I think the issue that we have with crying is actually being seen having to do that. Maybe an issue of vulnerability, I guess.
I hear that. I hear that. I think for me, okay, talking and never mind movies and that crying about my problems, it never helped me. I didn't feel any better, Yabona, and then I just felt a little weaker, but it's just Yabona that what's the word? Oguti, that expectation of men is not supposed to cry. Yabona, you just feel weaker. I didn't feel any better. So it's for me, I try and avoid by any means necessary. Yeah, even though I still have emotions, I still want to scream sometimes, dude. You want, but sometimes, yeah, there's that. Yeah, so it's a. I think that one's a tricky one. That one's a tricky one. Because men were supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, speak a certain way, but Lati were vulnerable, probably more vulnerable. I don't know. Lati, we are softies. We look hard outside, but we're
Bro,
all softies deep down.
and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing
And the
wrong.
thing is, okay, guys, the thing is, okay, you as men, again, there's a thing with you as men when we meet. Yeah, when testosterone is raging, guys, come on, cut it out, man. All this fighting nonsense. We all know all of you are cowards, okay? We all know all of you are cowards. They're all bullying and
100.
everything. Grow up, bruv. Grow up.
Yeah.
Go home. Share a beer. Crack a couple of jokes. And go home. Oh, you have the hard me. Oh, come and stop it. You know for a fact if someone was to slap you right now,
Yeah.
you it's all bark, Ndonda. It's all bark, bro. Come on, stop it. Oh, that's nonsense. That is nonsense. We're all grown now. Uh, but we all pretend to a macho man out here, the hardest man that ever walked. Come on, you know you're a softy, bro. You're a gummy bear at heart.
That would get hard. And there's like again, I cannot say this enough. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But then it's just this pretentious world, which I mean, if I would quickly go back to the main thing that we're talking about organizations standing up for men. In place of actual organizations, I feel we for men we have these how do we call it? We have these people that have started to shoot up, that are standing up for men, that are preaching something slightly different, your Andrew Tates, all those people, online that are trying to paint a certain picture of how men are supposed to be and what it means to be a man. And I mean, they're painting a gloomy picture at the end of the day. As a man, you're supposed to be in love, struggle. You have to possess, the ability of, certain levels of violence and so many things. You're supposed to get shot and get up, go to work like nothing happened, and then in your spare time you can go to the hospital, get the bullet removed. You're supposed to be the kind of guy. And that's the unfortunate part. I think I know how you feel about such, but I mean, just for the audience as well, just for you to walk us through these institutions that have been created that are currently standing up for men now.
Right, okay, now, okay, I don't like those Andrew Tates and I don't like that paints a different picture. And do you know what? The worst thing that most men don't realize is that that guy is selling. Okay, he's selling his products, he's selling his company, he's selling whatever books. I don't know. I don't really follow, but those people are selling. Okay, they are selling. There's no reason why they're being so marketed. Even what's that guy anyway? Everyone anyway. But yeah, I don't want to go into detail. At the end of the day, men are men, and we all have our different journeys. But we don't have to, yeah, bruh, trust me. Life is hard for everybody. For everybody. You don't have to pretend, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're the hardest thing that ever lived. No, it's okay, G.
Yeah.
It's okay, bruv. You relax, you do the best, you look after your family. Do you know what the best thing for me that I've learned is I'm never gonna fight unless I'm fighting to defend my family. That's me. That's me done. That's
That's
me
it.
done. So touch my family, yeah, then you're gonna see the other side. But outside of that, you won't catch me. I'm looking people like, bruv, come on, man. Bruv, I'm old now, G. And as well, you get to the age. You get to the age as well. I'm 34 now. Yeah, you get to the age that you be like, yeah. I mean, back in the day, I used to be able to swing, but I don't know, because man, I'm 2000. All these 2000. I was born in 2003, 2004. They're gonna mess you up, my guy.
Bro, have you seen how huge those guys are?
leave,
Man? Like
leave this
2000, dude,
fighting alone,
everyone is showing up with
bro.
biceps this big, they all up in there.
Bro, I was in primary school when you were born, bro.
Like, for Pete's sakes, and look at, they pick up height. That's the thing that pisses me off. Like I don't care about the buff bodies, right? Because I know it's something that can be worked on. I can work on that, get the buff body, but the height. Where are those guys getting the height, man? I don't even
I don't
have
know what these
that.
I don't know what these kids are eating. I don't know what these kids are eating these days. But one thing I know, bruv, one thing I know, these kids needs to be stopped. These kids need fathers. These kids need to listen to this podcast, bruv.
Hundreds.
Because
They need to come
yeah.
here. They need to come here.
Because nah, man, like generation as men again, over time you start to realize that men as to be a man, it's been going down like this. It's been going down. I think, I mean, I study war a lot, and I feel like the hardest men that ever lived were the ones that fought in the wars or lived in the war in the time of wars. And then they when even if you look at politics as well, some of the politicians then were proper way because they had to survive during war. But then the ones who were born after bloomers, anyway, people call them, those are the ones that who grew up in a soft life and then, and it continues, it's been continuing to go downhill now. And then social media, men are not men no more. Men, we don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to be a man no more. I grew
Yeah,
up without a father, so
yeah,
but I am learning as I grow. As a man, I'm teaching myself. I'm watching podcasts. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm reading books to bring me up to be the person that I'm supposed to be, not just for myself, but for my family as well, and for God as well. So yeah, it's a yeah,
man.
it's a tricky
It's
one.
something. It's a
Yeah, it's a
tricky
tricky
one.
one. Yeah.
Especially on the part about growing up without the father figure, the father. I always I mean we've always had this thing when we have our conversations to say most of the things that we could have learned growing up from a father, we actually did not get the privilege to
Yeah.
actually experience to get it, and now we have to rely on there's multiple sources online, and
Yep.
not only learning, you're learning and discerning at the same time to say,
Yep.
okay, this I can understand, this I can use, this makes sense, this is hogwash. Already it's taxing on its own. It's like learning on the job, like here's a rocket ship, just sail to the moon, man. We're gonna see you later. Like, I've never done this whole thing before,
But let's go.
all that.
Yeah. It's a to know what it's painful, but at the same time it's exciting because firstly I was angry, for me anyway. I was angry at first, but then I switched it around. I was like, do you know what? Nah, shoot, bro. Learn as you go. You make mistakes, it's fine. It's fine to make mistakes. Boys, men, it's fine to make mistakes as long as you learn from mistakes. Fine. Make mistakes as much as you while you're young. Don't make too many mistakes when you're grown. I can't afford to make
Not
too many
when you
mistakes
grow,
now.
not
Yeah,
when you
when you're
grow,
grown,
not
it's
when you grow,
fine to
man.
make mistakes. Yeah, because you learn and they strengthen you and you know, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it's a yeah, that's a touchy subject, I think, because I think a lot of people are in the same department. For men anyway, growing up without a father is it's a
Mm-hmm.
difficult place to find yourself. Even you grow older. For me, I have anger issues that I only I've got bad anger issues, but I only managed to calm them. I think this year, early this year, is the time that I really found peace. Early this year, I really found
Okay.
peace. But yeah, I had bad. So I was one of those guys then would even when clubbing outside, if I'm drunk and someone literally just step on my shoe, then I switch up
Yeah.
and then yeah, and then if maybe one of my cousins maybe just says one thing that I don't agree with, then I'm blowing my top off. Yeah, but it's just one of those things. But I was angry at the world, and I was yeah, anyway, yeah. Well, let's not.
Okay, I mean, for the purposes of the viewers, of course, because since all this is just for learning purposes, I just wanted to actually get it from you. Just how do we call it? Just a cut above the grass to say, how did you, handle the whole anger thing, whole the anger part?
Okay. I've got a missus that I love a lot, and I started to take out my anger on her as well. Not never touched, I've never touched a woman, but
Okay.
my temper was a lot. She used to do something, oh, I would blow up, yeah, and then I realized that this woman, you're blessed to have her. So therefore, you need to fix yourself. And then I went to God, and then yeah, I went to God, and I mean, I'm still struggling. Don't get me wrong; it's a long process. Okay, but yeah, I just went to God, and I spoke to my missus as well, and I will take a walk sometimes if I'm angry, bruv. Go gym, boys. Yeah, take a walk, run. I run, go gym. A man, testosterone, bruv. You need to burn it out because you have to remember that back in the day, men used to work hard, harder than we now, bruv. We just make money, just said like this. Yeah, well, that's not what we were built for. We
That's
just you have to
what it's all
understand
about
that you have
now.
to yeah, you have to understand that you have to burn that you have to burn that thing out and then you go home, you sleep, you're tired at the end of the day. Men used to go home and just pass out, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it was like that, man. It was tough, man.
Yeah.
Things just got
And
softer.
I
Things
think
got a
that's
whole
what
lot
men were
softer.
built.
And
Yeah, I think that's what men were built
okay,
for. A lot of things that we're going through now is because, yeah, anyway, times change, it's fine, you move on with times. But we have to remember, so as men, working out is important. Going gym is important. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
okay, that's quite interesting. It's it's um it's on this part about how all these factors affect, because now in at our age, it always starts with the relationships that we have. It's, I mean, the people that suffer the side effects of all these things are the people that are closest to us. It's the people that are right next to us, it's the relationships that we're in. And they are the very first people that get heat first. And for other men, it happens that eventually their partners cannot take it anymore, because, I mean, it always depends on how heavy it actually is on them and everything of that sort. And not that I'm actually advocating out there for women to hang around when
Yeah.
it's like that, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a sad one, that one, bro. That it takes a while, I think, to heal. And some, what, some live all their lives without even healing. Yeah, it's just but this is reality. This is the life that we live. Yeah, it's they're fortunate. I was watching something yesterday with the actually not even watching something yesterday. This was spoken in church. This was actually spoken in church today. With the men, we
Okay.
have a lot here. It was said with the men, we have a lot of When our traumas and we compartmentalize with we just store them away. It's only until we mature around takana mentally it is around when you're getting to the age around 40, you start to realize it. But then some 40 don't even realize that until when God calls them home. Yabona ukuthi for men we don't address our problems, our struggles here too. We just put them in a little box and store them away. I still do the same. But I'm just learning to, but I still do the same. Something happens, you just put it in a box and store it somewhere. You carry on with the day. So it builds up with the teenage men. I don't know. For me, that one is a tricky one because it makes me cope. I don't know how to, yeah, if a situation arises,
Mhm.
like what, just, yeah, so I think I'm going to continue to compartmentalize because that's how I deal with the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I continue. But yeah, I don't know, Uti, yeah, it's not something that I can change. It's how I've dealt and it's how I'm always going to deal. Yeah, I don't know any other way for me, but I've not learned anyway any other way.
yeah, yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, we obviously have different ways of dealing with these things. But before I jump onto that, I like how you casually went through saying this was said at church. You go to church now.
Yes. Yep. Yeah,
That's
bro.
good, man. That's good. I mean,
Mm.
how do you drop something like this so you just casually
Well,
walk
I never
through? It's
told you. I've
like
been for a while. I've been for a while. I miss some
you
Sundays,
never
but
told
no,
me.
not yeah, but no, not I think yeah, God is not is yeah, and I credit this to the missus as well. That she's strong, and so I'm like yeah, God sent you for a reason. He knew good. Yeah,
You know,
when
smart.
you're becoming a problem. Yeah, when you're becoming a problem, you choose someone comes church. You need to sort your life out.
You know, and it always does. All that positivity always does there. I always believe if you allow the person that you're in a relationship with to teach you a thing or two about the world, it can be quite a beautiful sight. I tell you, usually, I mean, when you jump into a relationship, obviously this is the woman that would have said, we neither kith nor kin, but I would like to be part of your life. And within that, obviously, it's woman instinct to build, to grow, whatever it is that's around them. And if you just allow that, it can turn out to be something really amazing. But just quickly coming back to the main subject we are talking about dealing with stuff. For example, I actually have always struggled with vulnerability. I would go through stuff, and the first thing that I do is I isolate, and most of the times people don't even know, what's actually happening. I will take just a wild example like today. Today I did have, a bit of a moment, for the greater part of the day. And, there were certain things that, I was just working out and processing in my mind. So I usually do not want it to be known, but I just had to let my girlfriend know that I'm just not okay. Just working on something. I'll talk about it when I actually can, so that she doesn't get surprised like you just disappeared the entire day. But as well, not that I was speaking of it from the point where like I want to be vulnerable. I want to no, 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 no. I just wanted to make sure, that she knows that I just did not disappear just for the hell of it. So we handled it differently. We do handle it differently, and as long as it gets handled, and I cannot say in a healthy way because I don't even know how. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I get you. Yeah, because I get you. Women want to, if you have a problem, they want to, speak about it, deal with it right there and there if they want to. But I think as men, we just like, if we're going through something, we just keep quiet because we don't, there's that feeling of, I don't want to bother that person. I don't want anyone to worry. I will, I don't know how, but I will work this out. We have that thing with Ivele, it just seems to be, yeah, one, yeah. Yeah, we have. I mean, yes, it's not, but I don't know. I find no comfort. Anyway, this is my my personal experience with they say with kind of speak about your problems. Speak. No, that, to me, I feel the other person now has got the burden. The only person who can solve the problem is me. So I don't feel the need to. I'll just say, do you know what, yeah, I'm going through something. I'll be okay. Just I need a little moment just to everyone
Yeah.
find my legs on this situation.
And
Everyone,
trust me to do that. Trust me enough to do that.
yeah, trust me enough to do that. I've come this far,
I have been at it. And it's always the case, like because obviously you do not want to burden something with something that's going to stress them out. Whereas, at times, when you're now alone, at times you realize, but this wasn't that serious, I could handle this, and everything of that sort. Obviously, that's why with me, I usually prefer talking about those things when I've solved them, like just allow me
exactly. I
time.
agree. I, that's exactly. Yeah, then I can come and be like, yeah, do you know that time? Yeah, this was going through, yeah. And then, yeah, this happened. I did this, and then boom. Yeah. Not in that moment. In that
Not
moment,
in that
no, no,
moment.
no, 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 no. No, it's okay. It's okay. I
Not
flew.
in
I'm
that
not coming out.
moment. And sorry, I think I actually have muted. I'm sorry, I muted myself. Okay, so in that moment, you're not in the right sphere to communicate everything effectively, and you do not get the chance to create a proper narrative because you have to come out like Superman at the end of the day. Out of
Exactly. Every day you have to look like a Superman, bro.
standard. That's who you are. That's being a man. So you can't show up with just issues. You better be having the solutions to each and every issue.
Bruh, it's try, dude. It's, you can't be like, oh, my foot is sore. For your foot, what? Oh,
Yeah,
got
my
it.
foot is
Nah,
so.
bro. Yeah, you have to come up with, yeah, yeah. But it's funny at the same time. It's just one of those things. For me, I think the thing that I do is just make humor out of it, bro. It keeps me going as well, bro. I'll be like, I'll laugh by myself. I'm bad stressed. I'll be like, you know, I find some humor in it.
And that's the best way of going about it. Trust me, that's the best way of going about it. That's the best. Just humor around
Yeah,
it. That's the best. Trust me,
yeah.
it's the only way around it. Because you do not want to. The sad part of it is, as a man, you obviously need to have this protective side of you, and you need to have what is it called? You already have that whole thing that you're Mr. Fixer. When you get there,
Standards,
everything
standards.
gonna be fixed. You
Yeah.
understand? And then if I'm going to be the kind of a person that's portrayed in that way, and I seem to have more problems than not, more issues than not that I cannot resolve, and zero the solutions. It just takes a dip. That whole image just takes a dip. You need to understand. So
Bro, do you know what I do? I pretend until you make it my guy. I'll be like, bruh, like these times that, like there's something that is bad. I'll be like, oh shit, there's something bad happening. And I don't know how. I'll be like,
shit.
okay, yeah, yeah. Ah, no, this is easy. This is light work. No, trust me, I will do this. I'll be like,
Oh. At the same time, you're scratching your head, bro. But then at the moment, you have to show up confidently, like, I could do this, like
Light
doing
work.
this.
Light work, yeah. 50% of the time, you
Yeah.
do actually end up solving it. 50,
Eventually.
nah. But you showed up to fix the problem is what matters the most.
Oh, that's what matters the most, man.
Yeah.
I came across this line online where they say, for you to fall asleep, you need to close your eyes and pretend that you're sleeping. So what the flipping hell? I mean, it's working, man. If it works in my sleep, it works in daily life. You want to get this fixed? I'm gonna do it. Then after that, you on Google like how to search. Okay. Okay. All right. Then you get it done at the end of the day.
Done, bro. You get it done. I
Standard.
mean, it's the same concept. I mean, it's the same concept as, let's say, imagine, yeah, there's this job opening that you want to apply for. You have to go in there and pretend you're exactly what they need and even more. Sometimes maybe you don't even qualify, but my guy, you have to pretend good. Yeah, no, do not. Yeah, I can do this. Light work, yeah, and you get the job. You learn on the job. You will learn on the job.
Don't
You're
chop off
not
your fingers, but you
qualified,
learn on
but
the
you
job,
learn
man.
on the job.
And that's how it actually is, man.
Yeah.
It also comes with I think it's that whole thing of believing in yourself. We can call it pretending all we want, but let's realign into confidence and believing in yourself and the power that element has, on us. I mean, if you always look at yourself and you want to be a realistic person to say realistically this is impossible, I can't do this, really doesn't work out, man. I'm a person that usually accomplishes a lot at the 11th hour, that very last moment. And I can tell you that it will be 11:59, and I'm gonna still tell you the miracle is coming. It's coming. Something is gonna
I'm the job.
give.
I'm the
And at
I'm the same.
11:59 and 15 seconds, it clicks.
I'm the
It clicks
same.
all the time,
I'm the
man.
same.
It
It's
always
always the last
works.
minute. Still, it's always the last minute. Yeah, I'm the same, bro. I'm the same.
That's
I'm
the
the
most
same.
beautiful experience ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to plan. It's good and
Yeah.
everything. So, but
But
then
the thing is, yeah, but you have to be able, I think you have to be able to, if plans don't work out and still hold your head and find a plan B straight away, Yeah, plans, it's good to plan, but also be very, what's the word? Just be able to just, if
be
things
very.
go wrong, just
Sorry,
go,
you
yeah.
froze a bit. You're saying be
Huh?
very. You're saying must be very. Sorry, you froze a bit along the way.
Oh, okay, network. Yeah, no, it's good to plan, but I think it's more important to be able to like maneuver a situation like when it's right in front of you at the same time, like we would here. And then that's when you try and leave fear and doubt and yeah, outside because yeah, you need to solve this and you need to solve this now. So what are you going to do? So that you cannot regret whatever decision that you make after the situation. So leave fear and doubt alone. You trust yourself and trust your head, trust your knowledge, trust your guidance. And then I always think that yeah, things will work out. Things will work out. Some people see it another way, but we're all different. But yeah.
We definitely are. So wait, just to make sure that I'm getting it right, are you associating ample time with the availability of, how do we call it, a space for overthinking and fear as well?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah. Overthinking, no. Throw that outside the window. Overthinking never solves anything. Overthinking, no. You do things happen. And then
Yeah.
overthinking, most of the time, overthinking makes you not do. It holds you back there. And then even when you do, you're half doing it. Nah, nah.
Not so much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just be brave and then just shoot. If you fail, you fail. It's fine. Failing
So
is normal, but you're going to fail 95% of the time anyway in life. I'll say to be fair, I'll say 98. Okay, okay, 97. I'm trying to
98.
trying to be generous here.
Just kind of some slack a bit, man. Just a 98. I will settle 98. It's fine.
Yeah, you fail anyway. It's fine. It's fine. There is no one who ever succeeded. One, they had to fail 100 times before, failure is growth. The failure, we need to stop looking at failure as, failure is growth. Failure is strength. You'll succeed, but you continue to learn. You continue to learn. You build up, you fail, you get stronger. You fail is okay. You continue to grow. And sometimes you have to look at failure like it's your friend. Like, yeah, I like failure. Yeah, I love growth. Whenever I win, whenever, but yeah, if you make a mistake, it's okay. As long as your mind is in the right direction. I'm not saying fail when you go, like when you become, no. I'm not saying you're going to become, I'm a druggies or whatnot or alcoholics or no. I'm not talking, but yeah, you trying to do something good and you fail. You try and start something, you fail, it's okay. You always continue to grow.
You always
That's
continue to grow.
yeah.
That's quite interesting, and I'm glad we're now talking about that because I know from my side I have tremendous fear for failure, but my fear for failure is more on the side of saying this. The good
It's
thing
more of
about
the side
failure.
of, I didn't catch you there.
Okay, so I was just explaining my fear for failure is the fear of not learning the lessons that are supposed to be learned to avoid that fear, that failure again, and find yourself in a point where you keep on making the same mistake again, and again ad infinitum, you know.
Yeah, okay, bro. I'll tell you this, Ebona. I've known you for a long time and you've done
Yeah.
well. I don't understand why you have that failure, that fear of no, bro. You've grown, bruv, you've grown. We've known each other for a long time and we've grown to different people, yeah. So I am proud of the person
Yeah.
that you are and whatever, but leave that fear and with the fear, leave that fear alone. Okay, leave it outside the house, bro. Yabona ukuthi khona ndoda, God never gave us a spirit of fear, and you're not supposed to fear anything. Yabona, yeah, in life, you're a conqueror, my guy. You hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, whatever you see, when you shoot. If you fall, it's fine. At least you tried.
yeah. At least you
You
tried.
will laugh about it another day, bro. Yeah, never leave the spirit of fear outside. God never gave us a spirit of fear, and men are conquerors, bro. It's a difficult subject now, because it took me this long then to be able to look at it this way. Mina Lami, I had many fears. Lami, I had many fears, and even myself, I was my own fear at some point. Not yes, to know what I think there's this one what everyone, and I'm sure you have it as well. What that fear of, if you were to really and truly dedicate yourself 100% into a goal, you will, yeah, one, yeah.
I know.
Do you have it as well?
I have
Yeah,
it. I have
exactly.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Standard.
yeah. It's always that fear, but yeah, now leave fear aside. And I think, yeah, one, just, yeah, one, I don't know, man. I don't know how to. But because Lami is something I struggle with. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I see though. I mean, I'd be remiss if I do not mention it. I still like all those traits of you that keep on popping up, dude. You've been citing the Bible up and down, and you stating things that are already promised from the Bible, which is very important. And I mean, no, I like you, they say, we grew up together, and this is a major shift from the Matthew that I know, and it's a positive one. I'm glad and I'm proud of that. That's really incredible. That's really really an amazing turn, and On the part of fear, it's I mean it's something that we're all working on. I mean, at the end of the day, and usually that fear as man, for a fact, is not just a fear that's isolated on us only. We're worried about the people around us, the people that we care about, thinking how they would take it,
How they will look at you.
yeah, seeing how they would take it. It's like several things that whatever, potential demise that we could all experience as a man. The first part that you're scared of is the people around me, the people that I care
How
about.
they gonna think of me.
Mhm. It's
Uh,
you more centering it to you as an individual.
yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I've left that thing a long time ago because I wanna, yeah, nah, the whole thing of how people are gonna look at you, how people are gonna, I don't know, it's because people don't pay your bills as well, and the people are not gonna be there when you're down, but they're gonna, and do you know what? Man to man, bro, you're gonna, when I was done, do you know, I spoke to you, and I don't know
Yeah,
if you realize, but yeah, exactly, bro. And I woke up, I was like, shit, maybe life is not so bad, you know? Yeah, but, bruv, no one else. Yeah, but me,
yeah,
because and my
exactly.
other friend as well, I was like, yeah, life is not that bad, man. Come on. But people caring about what people think and what, yeah, no, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. All, yeah, but no, you are not going to get any favors or nothing from anyone. You do good, focus on your life, be strong. Pella, and never mind people. People are always going to be people, and don't expect much from people either. Yabona, don't expect. Yabona, one of the yabona disappointments in life is expectations. Ukuthi khona someone is going to come and no, bro, you have to find your way. Yabona, people ain't gonna, because people are selfish and greedy. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
lies detected there. That is true. Those are facts, man. People are selfish, and the world is awfully cold on its own, man. The
Yeah.
world is awfully cold. As a man, I mean, you don't get that kindness at all. So now it makes sense what you're saying, man.
But then it doesn't mean, the thing is, Uguti, it doesn't mean Uguti Lawa, you don't have to be kind. Be kind to people. Do not give kindness back into the world. Yeah, but whatever kindness, yeah. The world is not kind. The world is cold. Wherever you meet someone, Uti, yeah, man, good morning. Oh, Njani. Oh, listen, man, I like your hat, bruv. Yeah, wanna all those things, because those things matter. And do you know what? It will make their day better. It even make your day better. Yeah, but
Yeah,
of course you make them smile, you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So the world is a cold place, but yeah, man, just be kind to people, everyone. Wherever you meet on the stranger, and everyone, give to the poor. Not money. Okay, never money.
yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, never money. Okay, so okay, interesting. Never money. Never give money.
Yeah, never money.
Okay, like what we give, like half the sandwich, like what do we?
Nah, walk into a shop, buy a sandwich and a Coke, and then here you go.
Ah, okay, that's quite interesting actually. That is quite interesting. Because I mean, you're not the first person I've heard say this, this stating that part to say, rather, you get to buy something for someone. Is there an effect? Is there like a difference if I hand you 20 or I actually get into a shop and buy you 20 bucks worth of stuff?
The thing is, you don't know what those people are going to get. Yabona. You don't want them to buy something, Yabona, and then now you are the cause. Now you introduced that whatever they were going to buy into their life. No, go in and buy a sandwich or a blanket or I don't know, a product. Money is only like, it's a tool to yeah, attain something, yeah. So you go in and attain and minus the money, bro. Nah, never money, bro. Otherwise, you might as well just go with a bag of heroin or
No,
tick
yeah, like
or whatever. Or yeah, give them. You might as well. No, if you give money, you might as well. What's
you
stopping
might
you?
as well,
You
like,
might as well. You go to yourself to the dealer and
yeah,
take.
you buy for them, like guys, I brought some
Yeah,
thousand times.
yeah,
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 yeah. Some
yeah.
It's quite interesting, man. It's quite interesting, I must say. I mean, we all here to learn, so like it's a valuableness, and I can imagine, uh, whatever everything that we're doing, obviously, even when we're giving back and everything, we want to add positivity around it, and it defeats the
Yeah,
purpose
yeah.
if you're enabling them to go back towards putting them in the same position that they need help in any case. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a deeper one because I feel like that's a conversation maybe for the next session
The
because
next
that
session.
goes deeper into, you
Yeah,
know, and
it
yeah.
does.
Now because yeah, no, 100%. 100% that the world the way it is right
You
now,
know,
it's and it feels like everyone knows the cause, but people who have the power don't want to do anything about it because they benefit from, they benefit. The people then that suffer are the ones who cannot do anything about it. Hence, the
yes,
homeless and the hungry. Yeah, when we've got, children starving. Not even, I'm gonna say we have children starving in America
yeah,
because everyone says good with children starving in Africa. Nah, leave Africa out. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we have children starving in America. We've got children starving here. Yeah, yeah. But this is the world that we live, and yeah, yeah, it's a.
It's I just wanted to cite as well to the audiences as well, to the viewers, that the trajectory of our conversations, it's always this deeper stuff, deeper subjects popping up from
Than
the
we
little thing
thought.
that we're talking about.
Unscripted. We didn't even plan this.
And now we're really having a topic for the next podcast. That's
Yeah,
good. The
yeah,
next section.
yeah.
That's good.
And in my head, I had a topic that I wanted to speak about, but now, like, I'm like, nah, this was more important. So yeah, so this will
Me
be
too.
the what I was thinking is going to be on the third one.
So it's gonna be on the third one. I like that we're already having a map laid out already. We already have a sequence, man. We're having subjects up and down like this. I must say this has been great. I mean, this has been a perfect success. I mean, for the first day to the first. Okay, I know I'm just drinking water, but to the first podcast, our very first show, to our very first show, to our very first
Ah,
show, then
yeah,
to many
yeah.
more.
But bro, listen, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Thinking about the Basil that I first met in your circumstances, daughter, is things that let me. I know your circumstances, daughter, and I don't like to speak about them because I don't know how to, yeah, wanna, but I'm proud of the person you are right now, and I'm proud of the man you've become, daughter. Yeah, when you've become my friend, daughter. I'm not gonna lie, daughter, you've become one of my best friends, daughter. Yeah, when I'm proud of the person you are, brother, and I'm glad ukuthi khona siyakhuluma, we can have these conversations, these deep conversations. Yeah, and when they are going to continue to go far in life, they are going to continue to go strong, enjoy inspiration to many people. Malo, ezothi hello to Undlovile. Ah, angisabi. Usuleshoni manje, ukunhlupha earlier. Uhlupha. Oh, okay. Oh, nangu ukhazini wakho.
I'm
Oh,
just right here. Hello.
Hi.
Why is here now? How are
Hi,
you?
how are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you?
khuluma
I'm
isintu
good.
isiZulu.
It's
Khuluma
good.
isiNdebele.
I'm
Khuluma
good. I'm
isiNdebele.
good.
Angisazi
And
isiNdebele.
and
Khuluma.
awuyasikhuluma isindebele sokungekho.
Usesazi ndoda. Uyabona amaZulu athi shi. Manje sesithi chi. Kuyachisa.
Ukuyatshisa kusesengushiya.
Sekuyatshisa, yeah, kuyashisa,
Sekuyatshisa manje.
sekuyatshisa. Yebo.
I know, yabona, things are going well. Zihamba kahle izinto. Yabona mase kunjalo, zihamba kahle. Zihamba kahle.
Uthi ufuna ukuya eplanti
You're
ndoda.
right.
Ngizoya vele.
Uthi ufike eplanti never sithi hi ndoda. All the time we debated about it and it's not right, fine.
Yeah, ngizoya ePlumtree.
Kumele uhambe ePlumtree and Mamela, you need to go to Plumtree. You need to go
Yes,
to
I
Plumtree.
do.
No, that's
Yeah.
just great. No, we're
Lovely to meet you.
pleased to meet you too. But thank you. Siyabonga for everything.
No, honestly, nami kubonga mina. Ungifake kwi-spot akube ngishaye Nkosi yami. Ungifake kwi-spot.
Pardon?
Okay, just a quick
Ungifake
one.
kwi-spot.
Okay, spot.
Yeah.
All right. Just a quick one. Okay, to end podcast. Now that you're here.
Yeah.
All right. Aha. Okay, who's
I'm not
something
even
just
dressed
to
properly for the podcast, like
dressing is the
honestly.
podcast for dressing.
I don't know.
Well, exactly. Yabona. All right. Now, when a question to Yabona, to a woman in this one question, Jekpela. Me now ask another one, Jekpela, to Yabona, for the younger ones, especially ama 2000 abahlupayo.
Okay. All right. So a question to a woman would be on how do you feel about vulnerability or vulnerability to
Of a
you?
man,
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
What does it mean? To be honest, I would say for me, I always appreciate if a man is vulnerable and showing his emotional side, because in that way, that's when I get to understand, like, where he's coming from. Sometimes I know Buti Abandu Lisa, they always want to be like, I'm tough, I'm that tough man and all that.
Soldiers.
But yeah, soldiers, yeah, I want to soldier on. But it's also good to see that side and experience it so that you get to understand them as well. And it's not like it's only us women who are emotional. There are men as well who are also emotional. It's just that they don't know how to. But once you get to the stage where you just okay with yourself being vulnerable towards people, towards your partner, towards your friends or your close ones, in that.
Not everyone, because you
Yeah,
don't want to
not
show
everyone,
everyone.
of course, yeah, not everyone, but
I don't know.
There goes the guy struggling with vulnerability
of course,
right there.
I get that. Yeah, you cannot show that you're weak, but it's okay to just be like,
No, okay. If okay, let's say for example, then Ogoti, I cry in front of you because something happened. Let's say, okay, the engine on the car burst, and then I'm crying. How would you look at me, and how would you find me? Be honest. No. Be honest. Let's be honest.
the thing is, I know you would not cry over an engine.
Okay.
But what if he did? I mean, this is a BMW.
I love the
Obviously, when the
BMW.
engine bursts, that's thousands of quids. So what if that happens?
How would I see you?
If I cried. Okay, let's say fine. Okay, if I cried over um
I won't see you any different, to be honest.
Are you
Like
sure
I
as a
wouldn't,
woman?
as a woman, yes, I won't. Yes, I am sure. I
Okay.
wouldn't see you any less of a man just because you cried over something. It's because you just expressed how how you are feeling at that moment. So I won't. That doesn't determine you less of a man.
But
If I'm making sense.
Thank you for saying
Like,
that. But
yeah.
most women don't see it that way.
Yeah, we are different. That's another thing. We are different. Some other women would prefer a man that can just be like strong and a soldier, and a man that can toughen up. But there are days, let's be honest to ourselves, there are days where you really can't take that and you just want to express. And how else can you just express how you're feeling inside than to just maybe show it outwardly by maybe crying? And it's okay to. It's not a bad thing. It's okay to do so. It won't make you a less of a man, trust me. Most women will be so attracted if a man are attracted to men that are vulnerable, show vulnerable side.
I share my
That's a lie.
with you,
That's
bro.
a lie.
I
That's
share my
a lie.
skepticism with
Nah,
you, man.
nah, bro.
I
Nah,
share my
what do you think? What do you think, bro?
skepticism with you. I'm as skeptical as you are right now.
Oh, no. No.
But as I said, we are different. You know what I mean? We are
Yeah,
different.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe you are, but don't say.
I
Yeah,
won't speak for a
yeah,
lot
for
of
everyone else. Yeah,
yeah,
say, okay, yeah.
Let me
yeah.
not speak for a lot of
Ah.
women, but I'm telling you.
That's the.
But
This is
but
going to get
again,
published, by
Dimate,
the way.
Oh my God. Yeah,
then
whatever.
again,
But
remember,
listen.
Dimate, I mean, she's airing a point, though. I mean, we still should be cognizant of the fact that we asking her this question so that the viewers can also, get to understand how they can relate.
Yeah.
And I mean, we both think this thing. We should be surprised to be hearing this as well. So let's allow her to educate us and the rest of the world. I mean, while she's there.
Nah, the thing is though, don't think that don't be deceived. Okay, don't be deceived and say, oh, good, no, and watch this video and think, oh shit, it's okay. Nah, bro, not for everyone, bro. Yeah, man,
So you mean
Not for
so you mean to
everyone.
tell me
I'm
it's not
saying, no, I'm saying, Mina, okay, for example, Mina, I can be vulnerable with you
yeah.
because now, think John G, and I fold you. Now I know what you're not going anyway. Only
Yeah.
then. But a woman naturally wants a strong man. If I was vulnerable the first 2 days or 3 days that we met, I think you would have viewed me. You'd be like, this nigga be shaky. Yeah,
That's your opinion.
that's my opinion. Yeah,
exactly,
that's
and
my
that's
opinion.
yeah. Because maybe some other woman will be like, okay, like
Yeah. No, I agree.
see that. Of course, first 2 days, it's impossible for you to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You need to have time with the person to get to know a person before you get to that stage of having to open up. Because I feel like men are also are the ones that hold backs a lot of time. A lot of the times, like you guys are holding back, and when you open up and you start to open up, and then you will feel like, oh, now it feels much easier now to just be vulnerable to this person. So yeah, it all starts with like getting to know each other, and then from then you are comfortable. Okay, from then, okay, now I'm opening up more. Now I'm getting vulnerable because at the end of the day, one way or another, you have to just express that, you know, that
I think
are
you
feeling.
missed. Yeah, I hear that, but you missed. We were just talking about that part. Ukuthi, Tina, as men, we don't feel like opening up until you find a solution.
Okay.
When you find a solution, be like, hey, do you know what? As you are shy here, this is what happened, and then here was the solution. You don't feel like ukuthi, yabona, if to come and say, I have a problem, yet you don't have a solution. Yabona, we feel like we have to find a solution first. Doesn't, yabona, I don't want to burden you. Yabona, I have to find a solution first, and
First,
then I
and
can
then
tell you.
fair enough. Yeah.
Anyway, we need to round this up because he's gonna have to do a lot of editing, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you have
yeah.
edited.
Thank
No,
you very
no.
much. You've been a lovely guest today. Thank you for your perspective. This
All
is
right,
going to
yeah.
help a lot.
Bro, this was good, man. This was a very good start, bro. This was
This
amazing.
was
This
a
went
great,
well.
this was a positive start, man.
Yeah,
This is what we want. This is what we
yeah. But yeah, nah, yeah. I was saying, nah, thank you, man. Thank you, and well done, man.
and also, I mean, I'd also be remiss if I do not say that you have, I mean, you have also taken a different turn, in life. I think I came across like multiple stages and versions of you from the time that we were primary. I remember that version of you and the version that got, from your 18 to the 20s thereabout, the version of you that never hesitated to swing. I remember I'd be listening to you like, dude, now you swing.
I don't even like them, man. There to about people that I don't like. I don't like them, man. There, but if I see them, it's on site.
And then now you're growing up to be this person that's able, to support your hypothesis with the word. I think that part on its own to show that, the power of God. If He located you, He can locate anyone. He can definitely do wonders in all our lives, and it's really great. You have also, changed. You have also grown, and there's so much positivity that you speak, and I'm grateful to have you as a friend as well. I rely on talking to you quite a lot as well, more than you can ever fathom, man. And you have no idea, we don't talk that often, but each and every time we do, it's quality conversations, man. And oh, likewise, man, and all the time, yeah. But this was great. This was amazing. And till next time, anything that you'd like to share with the audience before we go, before we close off?
Yeah, there's one thing I think is in life, give more in life and don't expect anything back. If you give more in life and you don't expect anything, you'll get more than you gave. Give more in life. Life becomes greedy. Give more in life and then just call it a day. It make you feel good, but you don't know how you're gonna get back. Give more in life. Be kind to people. Give more in life to other people. Never mind about your problems. Be kind to the next person. Just even a simple hello, a smile, or like a sandwich, not money, and then focus on someone. If they're struggling down bad and there's something you can do it without expecting anything back. Okay, we live in a cold world now, so yeah, that is something that's needed now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. Wise word.
Wise word.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, man. Signing
What a
out.
good one. Signing out, man. What a good one. All the best with it, and I hope you have a good week, yeah?
You do too, man. You do too, and thanks a million, man. I'm cutting it out now. Thanks.
Sharp, sharp, sharp.